Hi, Linda Sessions here, and I am your instructor for CED 115, and you are starting week 2 of the class. So what I try to do is offer weekly videos where I just kind of give you a glimpse into what's happening that week, look a little bit about what we did the week before, but mostly what you can expect for the coming week. So watch for the videos to be posted usually on Sunday of each week in your class. So let's get looking at week 2 in computer applications. So first of all, though, let's look at week 1. So last week was a really busy week. Late start class. So you're in a 14-week class. So there's a couple of weeks here that we double down with assignments so that we can get everything done in the 14-week time frame. And the first week, that's the way it was. So the first week you had a syllabus quiz, you had an introduction, hopefully you told me a little bit about yourself, as well as time typing. Remember when you submit your screenshot for time typing that I can see the date on your screen as well. You had training in Windows for Windows 1, 2, and 3, as well as training for Access, which is a database program. Following the Access training, you looked at coding. So hopefully you had some fun coding your name. If you have any questions about what we went on last week, please reach out and let me know. I'm here to help you be successful. I am pretty strict about due dates, so don't wait until Saturday or Sunday to start working on assignments because you might not get them all done. But I also realize sometimes life happens, and I will work with you within reason. Just don't ask me every single week. So that was the first week. Whew. Now let's see what's happening in week 2. So here in Blackboard, you can see we call them modules. Module 2 is actually week 2 of our class. Now your e-text also refers to your chapters as modules. They don't call them chapters. So while we are in Module 2 in Blackboard, we are in Windows Module 1 in Word. Word Module 1, sorry. So don't get that confused. So Module 2 in Blackboard is the equivalent of week 2. We've just been asked to refer to them as modules. And then our e-text also refers to them as modules. So in Word Module 1, which we are doing in Module 2 in our class. Are we totally confused yet? Hopefully not. You are being introduced to Word. Now, this class uses Microsoft Word Office 365 desktop version. Word or Microsoft Office for Mac will not work in this class. You can do some of the information, but not all of it. There are going to be times when you're working on an assignment and it wants you to do something, and that skill isn't available on your Mac Microsoft Office program. Chromebooks will not work for this class. You cannot use Microsoft Office programs on a Chromebook. Now, how can you get around that? I don't want you to have to go out and buy a whole new computer. A couple of different ways. There are computers at the library where you can work on them. There are computers at each campus location. There's computer labs that you can go in and use. You can also utilize what is called the WSU Tech Remote Desktop. What that allows you to do is to log in to WSU Tech servers, and it's just as if you're sitting in one of our computers at one of our computer labs. So you have access to Microsoft Office. So if you're trying to do this on a Chromebook, a Mac, or an iPad, you're going to want to use the WSU Tech Remote application to access the programs you need. Call our IT department at 677-9906, and they can help make sure that everything in your computer is set up to go so you can complete the assignments in the class. Please do not try to complete this class on your iPhone or Android phone. It's not going to work. Okay, and I've had all those questions already this semester. So just do yourself a favor. Call 677-9906. Tell them you need to get your computer set up to run Microsoft Office, and they will help you. It's not going to cost you any additional money. You have access to a free program in Microsoft Office because you're a student, and it is actually the actual program. So make those phone calls. So back to Blackboard. So here in Module 2, Week 2, you've got 10 minutes of time typing that you need to do. Make sure your date is in that screenshot when you turn it in. You have the Module 1 word training. Strongly recommend you do the training before you do anything else, before you try to do any of the assignments. You have access to the e-text. Also strongly recommend that you at least look at the e-text and look through the chapter contents of your textbook and see if anything pops up. There's a lot of great information in the e-text for this class. So after you do the training, you have a project, Word Module 1, Associated Regional Hospital, followed by 2 additional assignments, 2 critical thinking assignments, Worldwide Communication and Table Rock Flyer. Now when you do the Table Rock Flyer, you're going to be asked to put a border around the page. When you submit that document in Blackboard, that border will not appear in your preview pane. It's still there. If you download the document you submitted, you will see your border. And that is what I do when I grade. I download your actual document to grade, so I will see everything that you've done in your document. You do need to submit the Word documents. So don't worry so much about what that preview pane shows, because it is not going to show your completed document in its entirety. What I want to do real quick, though, is I want to come into Module 2, and we are going to click on, I'm going to go down here and look at the module project. But first, I want to call your attention to the YouTube videos. There are videos over most of the assignments in this class, so you can go and watch those to get some additional help from me as you're working on your assignments. So here in our Do Word Module 1 SAM project, this is a little different than the training, in that you are actually going to be creating a document in Microsoft Word. So the first thing that's going to pop up here in Cengage, and make sure you're using Chrome browser, by the way, make sure you're using Chrome. You can see you have 10 times you can submit these assignments. Once you submit an assignment, you're going to see exactly what your grade is on it. And you can go back in, make the corrections to your original document. You don't have to redo the whole thing, just make the changes to your original document and resubmit it. And the highest grade is what's going to show up in the grade book. So you can do it. It's going to tell you exactly what you've done wrong, make the changes, and resubmit it. So I'm going to click on the Start button here, and you can see I have files I need to download. Here's the instructions. Here's the starter file. This is the file I'm going to modify. And then here's a support file. It's a graphic that you're going to be utilizing in the document. So if you download all of these, you don't need to save your instructions or that logo to your computer. They're going to appear in your download folder. To find your download folder, you can come to your File Explorer, which we learned about last week. Hit the wrong button, sorry. But you go to your File Explorer, right here in your table of contents, you have downloads, and this is going to show those 3 documents that you just downloaded. So anything you've downloaded on your computer is going to be in this download folder. If you have never looked at this folder before, it might be full of stuff. I know my old computer, I had stuff back there. I had over 100 different documents. You can clean this out. You're not going to be hurting anything, so you can keep it clean if you want to. But this downloads is where you're going to find those files. When you save your instruction file, you're going to have to enable editing. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and then I always browse. so I can make sure I can find my file later. I'm going to put it on my desktop for convenience right now. And you can see my file name has my name in it. Make sure your file name has your name in it. If it does not, reach out and let me know. That 4 in parentheses on mine just means this is the 4th time I've downloaded this to my computer. So it's just letting me know that I have done this 4 times. I'm going to get rid of that 4 in the parentheses and the 1. And I'm going to add a 2. And that's what you're going to do on all of your Cengage assignments, projects that you do, is you will change that 1 to a 2, save it, just make sure you remember where you save it. Then you're going to follow the instructions, and you're going to modify that document until it looks like this one. Don't try to just make the changes by looking at the picture. And remember, your document's not going to look completely like this picture until the end. Now, I'm not going to go over each individual thing in this video because I've got the YouTube video where I go over it and I talk about all of that. So that is there for you, but I wanted you to be aware of what's going on. Make sure that you follow each step in order and read everything that it says to do. Like in this first step, it's only actually asking you to do 1 item. But in the second step, you're going to be changing the case to capitalize each word. You're going to be changing the font size, applying the fill, and centering it. So you're going to actually be doing 4 things in step 2. So make sure you read it. Watch the details. If you misspell something in your final document, if you leave out a space, if you add a period and there isn't supposed to be one, or there's supposed to be one and you didn't put it in there, you're going to be counted wrong. Now, after you've finished going through all the steps and you've completed your document, you're going to close Word, come back to Blackboard. You don't have to leave this open. As long as you've got these downloaded, you can work on them and then just come back to that assignment in Blackboard. You're going to, right here, you're going to come and find that file that you just did. And you're going to, oh, I don't have it closed, so it's not letting me do it. So let me close it. And it's going to let you know that this is down here is the document that you've submitted. If you don't have the right name, it will not let you submit it. So make sure you follow the right naming process. And those are all listed in the instructions. Then you're going to submit for a grade, and you're going to find out right away what your grade is. So I can look at the graded summary report, and in red is going to be what I've done wrong, what I've missed. What I want to show you right here is the study guide. The study guide is like your trainings that you've been doing, except it specifically goes over the different steps. So maybe you got counted wrong because you didn't have a page border. So you can come here, add a page border, and you can click on this, and it's going to take you to that observe, practice, and apply training on how to put in a page border. So there's lots of helps for you. The graded summary report, you can look at that. You've got the study guide you can look at, and then just close that after you're finished. And close this tab up here, and that is the projects. You are going to have projects every week going forward, and it's going to use the same mechanics. What'll be different is the actual project. So this week, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Typing week 2, 10 minutes of time typing. You're going to start in Word, learning how to create documents in Microsoft Office Word. There is a training that you need to do. Make sure you do that training before you try to do the projects. It will help you, trust me. And spend at least 15 minutes looking at the e-text. It's also going to help you. You've got into Module Project 1. You have the Worldwide Communication Flyer, and you have your Table Rock Flyer. And this is my dog Paris, who is helping me with videos this morning. Make sure that you submit everything on time. Reach out if you have questions. I am here to help you be successful. I will be available on Tuesday evenings until 9 o'clock. If you want to set up a Zoom meeting with me, just reach out and let me know what time that you would like to meet. My office is at WSU South. I can meet you there on some days if you let me know in advance to make sure I'm there, because I do have classes at other campus locations as well. And we can always do a Zoom meeting. So reach out if you need more one-on-one. If you have questions, send an email. I'll try to answer it via email as well. Have fun learning about Word this week, and hopefully that you'll have a good week. Don't wait until Saturday or Sunday, though, to start working on assignments, because you're not going to get them done. Have a great week. Catch you later. Bye.